Hi friends, welcome to Yuvaguru English Theory Lectures. We have theory and practical, two separate types of video lectures. In theory we cover the concepts and in practical we cover the examples. Both this theory and practical together are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who wants to understand English better needs to download this Yuvaguru English app. Let's focus on our today's topic now. Today's topic is video number 2, the gerund. In video number 1, we have covered the meaning of gerund. Now we will be covering more details about this. So, basically what is a gerund? Gerund is formed from a verb and acting as a noun and added ing to the verb. Okay, means love, loving. Okay, walk, walking. That is a gerund. Ing is added. Okay. Now, the gerund of a transitive verb has the following forms. Now what is a transitive verb? Sir, there are two types of verbs in English, transitive and intransitive. Transitive means what? Which transfers some action to some object. Remember, transfers some action to some object. So the object is very much compulsory in this transitive verb. He threw the ball. So throwing is an action and transferred to the ball. He kicked the ball. He walked on the road. So object is necessary. Now intransitive means what? No object is necessary. Just he walked. That's it. So walked is a sentence, is a verb. That is the meaning of transitive and intransitive. Now our topic. So the gerund of a transitive verb has the following forms. Active and passive. Active means again two parts. Present, perfect. Present, perfect. In passive also. Present is loving and present, active present, loving. Passive present, being loved. Active perfect, having loved. Passive perfect, having been loved. Okay. So remember this, active and passive, these two parts, only what changes? Being and been. Generally being and been is added for passives. Now if you check the present participle, means participle video of ours, you will see that both the present participle and gerund both end with ing. I have explained the difference in video number 1, but then also we are doing it again in details. See this, as both the gerund and the present participle end in ing, means walking, talking. Gerund is also talking and present participle is also talking. They must be carefully distinguished. The gerund has the force of a noun and a verb. It is called verbal noun. The present participle has a force of an adjective and a verb. So it is called verbal adjective. Okay. So this acts as a noun and this participle acts as an adjective. Okay. Now see the difference in examples. He is fond of playing cricket. Now playing can be present participle also. Playing can be gerund also. So how to distinguish? See this. He is fond of playing cricket. Gerund and participle. Playing cricket, he gained good health. So what do we see from this? The important part which we see is this gerund itself is a complete sentence. It is not dependent on anything else. Whereas in participle, playing cricket, this is dependent, means it itself is not a complete sentence. If I say playing cricket, it has no meaning. Okay, he gained good health. It means that due to his playing cricket, he gained good health, right? So it needs something. It's a dependent clause. You can say it's basically both the things are required for completion of a participle. But in gerund, it itself is complete within itself. Okay. The old man was tired of walking. So walking, it's a gerund also, participle also. So how to differentiate? This is complete within itself. It gives you the meaning. Now walking along the road, he noticed a dead man, let's say. We were prevented from seeing the prisoner, gerund, because it's complete within itself. Now participle, seeing, comma, he believed, means he believed because he saw. So both the things are required in participle. Okay. Now read the following sentence. See this. The indiscriminate reading of novels is injurious. Okay, which is a gerund over here? Reading. right? Because is it a participle, present participle? No, because the sentence is complete within itself. So this is a gerund. Okay, the reading is used as an ordinary noun. So reading is a noun over here. Okay, notice that we have of after it. See this of after this reading, right? This is very important. Of is there after it. So this is one hint of knowing a gerund. Further examples of gerunds used like ordinary nouns are the making of the plan is in my hand, making and of. The time of singing of the birds has come. So singing and of, time and of is not there because time is not a gerund. Ing is there? No. So singing is a gerund. Okay. So this is one hint of after this word singing or ing, any word with ing. But remember, forget this all hints. Important is what the meaning of anything is. Important is always know the meanings rather than the process. Reading, ing added to it, and the sentence should be complete within itself. Then only these two qualities are required, then it's a gerund. Otherwise, if the sentence is not complete within itself, it is dependent on something, then it becomes a participle, that is present participle. Okay. In compound nouns such as walking stick, frying pan, hunting whip, fencing stick, writing table, this walking, frying, hunting, fencing are all gerunds. Okay. Firstly, what are compound nouns? Compound nouns are nouns which are formed by two existing words. Now two existing words means they can be noun plus noun, means bedroom water tank. See this water tank, it should be a hyphen over here. Water tank is one word. So it is formed from two words, noun plus noun, water plus tank. Noun plus verb, rainfall. Okay. So rainfall means what? Rain and fall. It's a fall is a verb, rain is a noun. Hair cut, hair and cut, cut is a verb. Train spotting, spotting is a verb. Noun plus adverb. Hanger on, passer by. So these are here basically compound noun means two words. It can be noun plus there should be one noun. Remaining other can be verb, adverb or verb. Okay, washing machine. Okay, so washing and machine. Machine is a noun, washing is a verb. Okay, so noun plus verb, verb plus noun. Okay, understand the logic. Okay. So these ing words are all gerunds in the compound nouns. Okay. So generally we can say that the ing words, what are these? Walking, flying, hunting, fencing, writing, these are all nouns. So the nouns with ing are generally gerunds. They mean stick for walking, right? What do you mean by walking stick? Stick for walking, pan for frying, whip for hunting, stick for fencing and table for writing. It means what? The meaning, we are just writing it short, and one word with ing is a gerund. This is generally the noun. Now compare the following two sentences. I hope you will excuse my leaving early, and I hope you will excuse me leaving early. What is the difference? My and me. What is my and what is me? In first sentence, the word preceding the gerund, see this leaving is a gerund, ing, is in the possessive case. Possessive. My is a possessive case and me is a objective case, while in the second sentence it is an objective case. Now what is possessive case? What is an objective case? See this, we have already covered this in nouns and pronouns also. So it's like this. See this, there are three cases in nouns. One is subjective, this is possessive, and third one is objective. So this is objective. Subjective means I, possessive means my, mine, which shows possession, and objective means which is an object which we are directing towards this, means it's the end part. Second person, you, your, yours, yours and you. He, subjective, his, possessive, him, objective. Okay, you can follow the videos on nouns and pronouns, you'll see all these cases there. So my is possessive, me is objective. Now let's move ahead. Both the sentences are correct, my also and me also. We can use either the possessive case or the objective case of nouns and pronouns before the gerunds. Okay, the possessive is more formal and it's less usual in everyday speech. So me, this is more formal. and generally we use this objective. So basically both are correct, possessive and objective, anything can be used. Let's see few more examples. We rejoiced at his being promoted and him being promoted, both are right. His possessive, him objective. Then I insist on your possessive, you objective, being present. Do you mind me sitting here? So now you know, all depends on Ram's or Ram passing the exam. I dislike the managers or manager asking me the personal questions. The accident was due to engine drivers or engine driver disregarding the signals. So both are correct. Okay. So that was part 2 of the video of the gerund. We'll see the uses of gerund in part 3 video. Kindly download Yuvaguru English app from Play Store to get these videos, test, question banks with explanations directly on your mobile. These video lectures contain theory and practical, both video lectures. In theory we cover the concepts and in practical we cover the examples. Both this theory and practical together are useful for CBSE, ICSE, various state boards across India and outside India as well. Anyone who wants to understand English better needs to download this Yuvaguru English app. So follow us on Facebook on this link, WhatsApp us on this number for any query related to purchases. Keep studying, keep watching. Thanks.